Hey y'all, this is Ishnai Ciarfox, and welcome to my stream. Since we're soloing the coils, I probably there's no point in me worrying about people having to wait for people. But anyways, we are switching over real quick to do this while I'm thinking about it. Tomorrow. So we still have to do the slowly working on the dwarf quest thing. Majig. I also have some red quests to do, don't I? Yeah, the Muggles one. And the Pixie one. Moogle and Pixie one. How to catch an automaton. So to get the accents down. Let's see if I can get it. How to catch an automaton. And this, the decisive dwarf drives regards you with steely determination of someone who's about to ask a favor. Oh, it's you. I've been meaning to apologize for my behavior at the meeting. For all my bluster, I had nothing to offer. You made me see the hypocrite that I was, and I'm determined to do better. I'd be lying if I said I wasn't struggling, though. We need more automata to help us rebuild, you see, and I thought we could repurpose the ones we have got guarding the village. But when I went to shut one down, the blasted thing tried to bash my head in. Barely escaped with my beard, I tell you. Whoever programmed them did their job a little too well. You're supposed to be a mighty warrior, though. Ain't that right? Think you could subdue an Ironbeard for me? Hey, Wolfie Wolf! Just to show how it's done. If I can see it once, I reckon I could deal with it myself. Oh, alright. I'm in your debt. Here, take this sack. You can slip it over an Ironbeard to keep it subdued after you knocked it out around enough. What you up to, Woofy Woof Woof? Okay, so I don't actually have to go that far. I think I killed it too fast. Try that again. Sorry to hear that, hon. Bored. Haven't figured out something to do on Final Fantasy? Run around in a circle on Final Fantasy? Burgundy Beard, she took care of the automaton so quickly. I would have missed it if I'd blinked. Well, I killed one of them by accident. Well, the update is next week, so... Woo! Thanks for bringing this thing back, and for the lesson as well. I reckon I got a trick of it now. I've also come to realize something. There ain't no action so noble as one that you take for another. Well, they're closing the server down tomorrow for the upgrade, so I mean, technically not 2 days. Because there won't be a server to be on for. I'll keep that close to my heart and strive to be someone who strives for others just like you. By the way, the chief came looking for you while you're outside the village. Seems important. Go see what he wants, eh? Semantics. I know, right? Lally, yet another recording device has arrived. Oh, whoever Gnog's been up to, as long as he keeps sending these, we can assume he's safe and well. Anyways, here you go. Chief, can I speak with you for a moment? Sure, what is it? It's Gnog. I ran into him just now, and he was behaving oddly. Just when you think he's angry, he suddenly bursts into tears, and the next thing you know, he's talking to you like you're an old friend. He's been that way since the meeting. But I'll search him out, so don't worry. Thanks for bringing me word and letting me know that if you notice anything else. It seems Glug's tradition isn't common knowledge yet, but it's only a matter of time if it continues to worsen like it seems to be doing. I mean, you can continue to do raids to get the final, however, if you need anything from the irregular hub. Excuse me. I'm sorry to say all this aloud, but it's not your problem to deal with. Just stay focused on rebuilding. That's how you'll best help us. Message from Knob. Dear Ishnai, I knew it all along. I knew that the dog was dead, and that thing with me was only looked like her. But being with her, whatever she was, it kept me alive. It made me want to go on living. If the spirits can create anything, rebuild it in our world. Surely they can grant me this, Gnog. So she did die. Officially. Never float your boat. Alright. We jumped there because I remembered I had been meaning to do it and kept forgetting. So, let's not faint at the cost of teleporting here. Like I said, since I'm soloing it, I don't need to worry about immediately jumping over to it. What am I doing? To try and get a group together. Hall of Radiant Host. Oh god, I'm going to RPG sex capital of Final Fantasy 14. Linza. Storm clouds brewing. Ishnai, on behalf of Admiral, I thank you for your many deeds in service of the RPG sex capital of Final Fantasy 14. On behalf of my people, I thank you for your efforts in delivering the star from the catastrophe. Unfortunately, we received troubling tidings that beasts akin to those that plagued Razat Han have been sighted on La Nocian's coast. Admirable has mustered the Maelstrom in hopes of quelling the threat, yet there is much we do not understand about our foe, such as your expertise in this area would be a great boon to us. Will you help us? Wouldn't be much of a hero if I refused, would I? Excellent. The Admirable will be heartened to have your knowledge and martial prowess on our side, I'm certain. Pray, set sail for not the waking sands. As soon as you're able, the Secretariat at the Maelstrom Command will apprise you of the details upon your arrival. I was just fucking there before I started stream, but okay. forgot how hot the bunny girls are. Forgot how hot bunny girls are. In the original outfit that they created. I mean, I'm not having problems. Shut up. So not horny. Shut up. Ah, our man at Razat told us to expect you. I'll inform the admirable... I'm back to doing the admirable bubble of your arrival. Of my desire. Yes, my desire! God. Damn it, she's not voiced. Glad you could join us, Ishnai. I only wish it were under better circumstances. The grave news from the bounty has not escaped our ears. I can scarce begin to imagine the horrors you have witnessed there. Although you and the Scions have averted the final days, blasphemies continue to appear in certain regions, Vilbrant among them. Tell her what we know. The first report came in a few days ago from one of our men patrolling the Skull Valley. He spoke of a fearsome creature unlike any native to our shores. While we had our suspicions, it was only later that a connection to the final days is confirmed by a most unlikely source, the Sagan. We've been treating their tempered for some time now, and many have made a full recovery. Owing to this, some factions are eager to improve diplomatic relations with RPG sex capital of Final Fantasy XIV. It is one such faction that has proved the most comprehensive reports in all their alarming detail. They speak of a most dreadful sight, their spawn brothers transformed into horrific beasts before their very eyes. Indeed, it is far too similar to the incidents at Razat Han to be mere coincidence. If our assumptions are correct, the first and most formidable beast, a blasphemy, as it was decided we called them, prowls our waters as we speak. Oh no. Horror from the deep. We may have been spared the final days, but as long as this abomination remains to harry us, we cannot truly say the storm is past. Fortunately, there's been no sightings of the blasphemy within the city. Nevertheless, if we are to spare our people the horror that befell Razat Han, the fiend must be dealt with and quickly. Despite our investigation efforts, we remain very much in the dark as to the precise nature of the threat we face. While were we to recklessly dispatch large numbers of troops, we run the risk of having our own men corrupted. You can well imagine the carnage that would ensue. As such, Admiral has decided to keep those involved to a minimum and lead the investigation herself. Yeah! More time with Mommy, Admiral! And I would have you at my side. What say you? Yes! Emphatic, yes. You have my thanks. We will depart at once to meet with our Sangan allies and gather what knowledge we can, that we might devise a proper plan of attack. They are due to arrive at South Tide Gate soon. I'll go on ahead and wait for you there. By the way, Woofy Wolf, I was thinking, a scary and dangerous pastime, I know. Is maybe of going back through and watching, like, sitting down and watching the cutscenes through the book, Journey's book. Just to, you know, A, to refresh, and B, just for fun to see if my reactions are still the same as they were before. Or at least similar. To the original videos, to some degree. It was just something that occurred to me whether that'd be interesting to watch. How hard will I more simp over Grahatia? Who knows? Say again, everything was loud in the background. On my background or your background? No, sorry. No, it's fine. I was just worried if I needed to change the sound. Going back through, and you know the endless journey thing in the, inn room you have? On whether to rewatch cutscenes and see if my responses are the same this time around watching them as they were the other time. To, like, going through all the way up to Endwalker kind of thing. Not this stream, but maybe a later stream. It's well past... Well, the other thing is, I will know more of the story anyways, in the sense of the complete of that, so I can make snarky comments on where canon doesn't work, or not, who knows. It's well past our agreed upon meeting time, but the Sangan are nowhere to be seen. They do not seem the sorts to break their word. This bodes well. Ill. Let us leave this place to the guards and search Halfstone for any signs of them. No, that shivering Sangan. What is this thing? It is a horror of the deep. Null is in danger. Quick, to his aid. Oh. What are we waiting for? Go! It's not letting me attack. Where am I going? Oh, all the way down there. You know, Null seems like a very not fitting name for you. No offense, I hope. Null feels like more of a name, I don't know, Non-Sangan would be named. Many thanks, Ciarfox. Pray tell, is my companion safe? Admirable. I'm gonna go back to Admirable. Herself come to our aid, glad tidings indeed. You two have my boundless gratitude for saving my life. Let us quit this place before these beasts return. Start adding more S's to everything now. Even if there isn't that many S's. Tyson, I don't know. Psst, I'm relieved to see both of you safe. Psst, had the Admirable not come to our rescue, which he did, I shudder to think what would have happened. Everyone's still alive. Good. But not if we stay out here too long. Inside, quickly. Thank you, my friends. Those ghastly beasts would have made short work of us had you not intervened. And yet, it brought me no joy to watch them die. For as unbelievable as it may sound, until a short time ago, they were none other than our very own spawn brothers. At first, we thought them merely cursed, but our talismans and magics availed us not. Aye, 'twas no curse. 'Twas an evil like no other. Innocent souls transformed against their will into unholy beasts called blasphemies. Blasphemies. Tell us more. That would be your area of expertise, Ishnai. Fine. Good leader knows how to delegate. Fine. Turned into beasts by the power of despair. That is horrifying indeed. Thus far the phenomenon here here in La Nocia has been limited to Sengun. Why is that? I cannot say. Yet I wonder if the crushing tide are involved in some way. I know not of this crushing tide. The words of them have yet to reach you, I see. It all began when the Indigo matriarch, the queen of our kind, was stricken with a grave malady. Tragic as this was, there was one small solace. She was not fond of the shorewalkers, and so deprived of her leadership. More of my kind came to see the wisdom to make peace with RPG sex capital of Final Fantasy XIV. There remains, of course, those who would oppose our cause. They formed a group called the Crushing Tides. Even now they seek to summon Lord of the World anew and consign all finless ones into the briny depth. However, they lack the crystals necessary to do so. Denied of the power they crave, they can do naught but gnash their teeth in desperation. And you suspect these feelings of helplessness are the cause of their transformation? Just so. Those of our spawn brothers who turned into those beasts had been fraternizing with the crushing tide. Despite our differences, we cannot abandon our kind to such cruel fate. Yet we must be careful not to drive them to still deeper despair. Yes, we must consider this situation carefully, lest we begin destruction upon all our kind. Tell me this, are the crushing tide even now under the Leviathan's thrall? If freed from their drowned state, might they not listen to reason? If were it only that simple, all but a few are long since cured. They walk this path of their own free will. In that case, they may yet be dissuaded from their present course. For the sake of our Gnossian alliance, we'll do all we can to save your brethren. Fortunately, a most capable ally stands with us. Where? Where's this capable ally? I don't see him. For this woman has bested many a formidable foe, including Leviathan. Who is this woman? It's not me. Psst, the great Ishnai Ciarfox in the flesh? No, I am somebody. They picked up off the street, absolutely. Honored I am to stand in your presence. You shouldn't be. Together we will weather this storm. Yes, and I'm here to fight more of those tentacle monster and holy beasts that showed up. Fight them! With my pole. Lance. And usher a new age of harmony, this I swear. There is much to be done. For now, let us return to our homes and prepare as best we can for the trials ahead. Should we discover aught of value, we'll be sure to share it with you. I ask that you do the same. Indeed, we shall. Until such time, I watch over my spawn brothers and pray there are no more succumb to the change. Back to Linza. Couldn't you take me with you, Admiral? I mean, on her shoulders, maybe? Or in her arms? Both? Would be nice. Either. Admiral told me... I'm back to Admiral Bubble. Thank the Navigator you were there to dispatch those terrible beasts. Welcome back. Thanks to you and Noel, I now possess a proper understanding of the challenge we face. This is a daunting task that lies before us. We'll continue to cooperate with the Sengun to learn all we can. Once we have located the blasphemy, I'll have need of your strength. Till then, I ask you to remain at the ready. Clearly, the storm clouds have only begun to gather. good that in the 5 seconds it'll take for me to put in these earphones things so I can listen to music while doing this, that you will have the ability to, you know, find out what's happening. It's amazing. Amazing how quick. You know? Secretan has recent developments to share. Good that it happened immediately. Your timing could not be better. I know, right? It didn't go anywhere. The Admiral has just this moment returned from a meeting from the Sangan. I shall inform her of your arrival. Ah, Ishnai, I'm glad you're here. We've decided on our next course of action. As you know, we face two distinct but interconnected challenges. The transformation occurring among the Sangan may be one, but the blasphemy itself is the root of the problem. Thus far, those who succumb to the change have all been affiliated with the Crushing Tide, whom continue to resist our diplomatic efforts. Were we to put a stop to the phenomenon, as well as address their grievances, we may yet have a chance at peace. To that end, I would propose a double-pronged approach. Oh? On one front, we shall work in tandem with our Sangan allies to redouble our patrols. Should the blasphemy surface, we will share this knowledge and move immediately to dispatch the threat. At the same time, we will pursue a dialogue with the Crushing Tide. We need to bring them back to the negotiating table and see what can be done to convince them to stand down. You mean bend the knee? A key point would no doubt be the lingering issue of securing lands for their spawning grounds. 'Tis a discussion I tend to approach with an open mind. It will be no easy task, but we succeeded with the Kobolds, and I have faith we will succeed with the Sangan as well, as long as we parley in good faith. I can only hope the Crushing Tide share that sentiment. You'll be wise to temper your expectations. Oh, I have no expectations on this. But I will not abandon hope ere we try. Look, Alphino is not here. That's the reason why I have no expectations whatsoever. At any rate, why isn't Alphino here, now that I think about it? At any rate, Noel has sent word that one Dao, a priest who styles himself leader of the Crushing Tides, has grudgingly agreed to hear us out. I will parley with him face to face at the spawning grounds and would have you at my side, if you do not object to this. Excellent. In that case, pray join me at the Not Waking Sands at South Tide Gate when you're ready. From there, we will go together. You know what I was thinking laying in bed last night was, you know, I can't believe during the whole Endwalker campaign I didn't make a joke that that's not a moon, that's a satellite when it came to the moon base and all this other stuff. And I feel like I should be ashamed that I missed that joke. But I have so forcefully put out most Star Wars things from my mind. All prepared, are you? Duo is not known for his patience. We must take care not to incur his ire. I was told he would be at the spawning grounds upon our arrival, but it appears he's been delayed. Let us speak with the Sungan here. Mayhap one of them will be able to shed light on what may be keeping him. One more thing. I am come here as a representative of RPG sex capital of Final Fantasy XIV on a diplomatic mission. Should the talks deteriorate and things comes to blows, I cannot be seen but to bloody my hands. I entrust you understand. Stab them with my spear. Got it. And with that, let's be off. Everyone's keep her aside. I'm gonna walk with my lady. We're not gonna ride. Belligerent Sengen. Shh, what's this? When are we filthy shorewalkers free to intrude upon our sacred spawning grounds? Pray forgive our intrusion. We seek an audience with Speaker Dao. Where might we find him? You will do no such thing, Shorewalker. We have not forgotten what you did to Lord Leviathan. Be gone. We will not get much out of this one. Let us try elsewhere. Shh, why do you trespass on our domain, vile shorewalkers? We mean you no harm. We come only for a peaceful parley with your leader, Master Dao. Where might we find him? Shh, we desire no parley with shorewalkers who would steal our home. Were it not for your insatiable selfishness, we Sengen would grow and flourish. Your grievances are justified. That is why I would speak with Master Dao and work towards a peaceful solution. Psh, empty words from a thieving shorewalker. But so be it. Soon you shall learn the futility of your efforts. Speaker Dao is currently overseeing security at the spawning grounds. You will find him by the entrance. Though, mark my words, you will wish you hadn't. We shall see. Thank you for your aid. Creepy head! That is a mask, by the way. Starwalkers in our spawning grounds, to what do I owe the displeasure? Speaker Dao, I presume. Our apologies for entering your home unannounced. I am Mirbin, the Chief Admiral of RPG Sex Capital Final Fantasy XIV, and this is Ishnai Ciarfox. We come seeking a parley that we might strive for peace between our peoples. Parley, you say? Prolonging this conflict any further will lead to only needless suffering. The menace both our peoples face is great indeed. If there ever was a time to set aside our differences and come together for the greater good, it is now. I invite you to join us at South Tide Gate for formal negotiations. Shorewalkers and the Sengens coming together. What assurance do I have that you will not slit our gills the moment we set foot within your territory? I can offer naught but my word. We open our gates to you and invite you into our home as a show of respect. I do not trust you, Shorewalker, but let it never be said that Dao of the Crushing Tide was a coward. I accept your offer, but attempt any treachery or subterfuge, and your people will drown in their own blood. Very well, I look forward to a productive conversation. Let us return then. I will send word to Null as well. I would have our Sangan allies join us at the parley. Know this, Strawwalker, I come not because your words sway me, but to show my spawn brothers that the Tao of the Crushing Tides is no coward. Thank you for joining us here, Master Dao. Shh, the air here sickens me. Be brief. Bitch. Aye, let us get straight to the heart of the matter. A common threat looms before us, one more powerful than any primal, with potential to bring death without end to both the Sengen and Limsian alike. These circumstances call for swift and united action. You doubt our intentions, but I remind you that we have liberated many of your kin from the Leviathan's enthrallment. They and countless other Sangan have joined us, of their own free will, that we may ensure the survival of both our peoples. Aye, by their deeds have proved themselves worthy of our trust. Master Dao, you and your Crushing Tide want only to secure a future for your people. I say to you, this only can be done by confronting this threat together. Psh, threats. What is this threat you speak of? If it is unity you crave, then submit yourselves to our command. Be as the Serpent Reapers. They are only sure walkers I deign to call friend. You would ask us willingly to surrender ourselves to your Lord of the World? I do, for that and that alone will ensure peace between us. Preposterous! You propose not alliance, but servitude. This way lies nothing but death for all Sangans. Do you hear this, my spawn brothers? The Strawwalkers have stolen this one's mind. He decries Lord Leviathan and espouses the lunacy of our sworn foes. And these treacherous wretches have abandoned our god and conspire to drive we faithful from our ancestral home. We cannot. We must not let this stand. Psh, forsaken by our spawn brothers, they side with finless ones and blaspheme our Lord Leviathan. They who steal our spawning grounds and slaughter our children, our future, our future! I hate. Shh, behold his blessing! Lord Leviathan grants us greater and greater strength. You would call this a blessing? Agreed! Such horrors. Flee! Flee for your lives! The base makes for Aleport. I leave this place to you. Splendid, splendid. Let's all our spawn brothers be blessed with such powers. Rawr. I mean, yes, I am under attack, but, they should be more worried about themselves. Psh, the second time you saved my life, Shorewalker. My gratitude is boundless as the sea. But what of the Admiral? We should go to her aid. I'm quite sure she's stepping on the tentacles quite well. She's taking them on quite well, too. No worries. But we lost a friend. Shh, what a horrifying sight. Well, he wasn't named, so I was too late. I'm sorry. Shh, no need for apologies. You're not responsible for my people's plight. But what I cannot fathom is Dao's response. How pleased he was to see his brothers become slavering beasts. The fool believes it is a blessing from Leviathan himself. Please no. Yamate. Any hope for a peaceful solution would be lost should Dao and his crushing tide manage to wield these transformations as a weapon against us. I shudder at the very thought, and yet the true threat, the blasphemy, still is out there, yes? Just so. The first ones to transform are those who have fallen into the deepest depths of despair. The more painful their anguish, the more fearsome and formidable they become in their bestial forms, and the greater their influence over other people. I wonder if the, Queen is the blaspheming. Shh, we can scarcely hope to stand against a legion of such foes. That would be so... there was more my people could do to help. I will have the Maelstrom patrol the seas for the blasphemy, that we might slay it with all due haste. But this may well amount to naught. If the blasphemy too was born from a Sengen, it could be sheltering in the depths beyond the reach of our ships. In that case, pray allow my spawn brothers and I to serve as your eyes beneath the seas. Thank you, Null. Though our efforts combined, we may yet weather this threat. As for your brothers who gave their lives today for our cause, I shall see that their return home to lay to rest as they deserve. Shh, you have my gratitude, Admiral. With that, we shall return as well. There's much work to be done, and would see it done quickly. You will. No worries. Literally. Shh, I must take my fallen brother home. Crap basket. Switching around stuff, sorry. Reset. Back over here. Well, I ran right past. Ishnai, I was just sharing our findings. So you see, the danger is exactly as the Sangan described. While Dole and his ilk have no means of forcibly triggering the phenomenon at present, it's his plane they intend to seek one out. Redouble our patrols offshore and inform me at the first sign of anything out of the ordinary. It shall be done, Admiral. I worry that we might be stretching ourselves too thin. Should the situation take a turn for the worse, I'll recall our forces from Garlemald, yet I would reserve that as a last resort. For now, I must get to work securing reinforcements. I ask that you remain close by. We may have need of your strength all too soon. Well, good that I am not really going anywhere. Hey, Ernie, how are you? The Admiral left me a message for you, and the news is not good. It appears that a Limsden merchant ship was sailed by a Sangan raiding party affiliated with the Crushing Tide. To further complicate matters, the vessel in question was carrying a shipment of crystals supplied to us by the kobolds of blah 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 blah. The Admiral suspects the Dao means to use the plundered crystals to summon Leviathan. She has gone to meet with Null, and that we and our Sangan allies might take swift action. I'm doing well. How about you, hon? She bids you join her immediately. Should the worst come to worst, your experience in battling primals may prove essential. Pray make for the South Tide Gate and rendezvous with Admiral at once. I'm making friends. Old heroes never die. I mean, I think old age eventually gets them. Unless you mean they die before they get old, which is a totally different subject. Bum bum bum. No, the calming seas, huh? It's good to see you safe, friend. Thank you for coming, Ishnai. I mean, I had nothing better to do. The situation is grim. The Crushing Tide plundered one of our trading ships and seized a goodly stash of crystals. It appears they lack the quantity needed to perform the summoning. Dao longs for the days when every Sangan cried out for Lord Leviathan's deliverance, and would stop at nothing to see them return. I cannot fathom what the Crushing Tide are thinking. What satisfaction, what happiness can be found in giving over their hearts and minds to a false god? Well, it means that they don't have to think for themselves, really. And so we must thwart their designs, lest the bonds we have forged forever broken. By the same token, we cannot ignore the blasphemy, nor the transformations its presence may bring about. A battle on two fronts, neither of which we commit to at the expense of the other. As we sail into the eye of the storm, I would hear your counsel. What course of action would you propose? Sounds like a job for the Company of Heroes. I'm just following from the name of the quest that, the Company of Heroes. Now that's a name I have not heard in some time. 'Tis true they answered the call many a time. Indeed, other than you and yours, they are arguably none better suited to the task of primal slaying. But they disbanded over 5 years ago, and neither hide nor hair of them has been seen of their commander since. Aye, absent their leader, I suspect they'll be reluctant to join our cause. I mean, I have somebody who's with me that's a part of it. That's a part of the Scions, even the Scions. And yet I can think of no better option. I'll contact Erwiska at their erstwhile commander's right hand and see if he'll not hear us out. I will ask him to meet us at the Drowning Winch. Let's hope he is receptive to our offer. I repeat, one of the ones, the guy with this tattoo thing, blonde hair tattoo, was a part of them that decided to join us. I don't know why we don't ask him. Also, the blind guy that's over at Wineport. No, might I trust you and your brothers to continue the search for the blasphemy in the meantime? But of course, Admiral. Should we discover anything, you'll be the first to know. I'll reach out to the former first mate of the company and see if he's willing to meet with us at the Drowning Winch. Worry not, my spawn brothers and I will keep an eye on the crushing tide in the meantime. I mean, we can also go see that Nuna that's down in the sands area. Yes, cat. I will pet you. I'm not in the middle of a raid. Oh, right. I just have to come up here and go down. Wrong way. Wrong way. Getting backwards and forwards and in between! I don't know where I'm going. I never know where I'm going. Ah. Oh, we're out here. Cool. Skies are pretty. Apologies for the delay. You are alone? And here I swore 5 years ago I was done playing Hero. Oh. Hi, stranger. You're from Costa La Rosa, blah, blah. That made me go on those... Here! Could somebody explain what this is all about? Believe it or not, I am a respectable man with respectable obligation these days. Sure. Take that pole arm out of your ass, old friends, and stop pretending you're not still a murderous bastard at heart. Watch that wicked tongue of yours, Uda. Do. Lest I skewer it and prove you right. Nothing like a reunion with dear companions over a bottle of the witch's finest vintage. That is why we're here, right? Psh, posh. Long time no eye catch, Laplanders. Brave Fox is Tommy tickled to see gobby friends again. Thank you for assembling on such short notice. Spare us the pleasantries, Admirable. Admirable, blah, 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 blah. Still doing it, damn it! Why are we here? I make a simple request. To reform the Company of Heroes and lend RPG Sex Capital of Final Fantasy XIV your strength. Hydrating, Rose! I have some strawberry Ceylon tea. I am happy. You've a reason, I'm sure, and I would hear it. So there you have it. A terrible fiend known as the Blasphemy prowls our seas, transforming the Sengen into raving beasts. At the same time, the Sengen themselves, specifically a hostile faction calling themselves the Crushing Tide, has declared their intention to summon a Leviathan anew. Should they succeed, we would be hard-pressed to deal with the Primal while dealing with the other threats. A right pickle indeed. But the answer is no. The commander disbanded the company and is his first mate. It's not my place to gainsay his final order. Sod that, I say. Have you forgotten our company's creed? The duty of the strong is to protect the weak. Are the people now in danger not the same men and women we fought to defend years ago? The commander would have not have turned his back on them. Neither should we. Bold words, Lananel. But do you truly believe we can honor them as we are? Old mercenaries past their prime, lacking the commander whose wisdom and prowess saw them to glory once upon a time. Don't look at me! Do not look at me! Ah yes, your commander. God damn it! What if Ishnai were here to lead you in his stead? Surely you would not question her abilities. They should. Even my character's like, what the fuck? An intriguing proposition. I, for one, would not be averse to serving under such a decorated hero. I don't know what you're talking about, sir. Bish bosh. Go befriend his goody heart for fighting think and goodly arms for fighting thinky fight. As a ringing endorsement as any, but I would hear it from the woman herself. Do you believe you are capable of leading the company of heroes into battle? No! Better battle than a banquet. Still nursing that grudge, are we? I suppose we still owe you a dozen favors. If you're willing to lead, we'll follow. 5 years to the day. Truth be told, I was enjoying the more leisurely life, but when duty calls... Wait, before we proceed, I must ask, have we no way of reaching out to the commander? Forgotten how he took his leave, have we? Up and vanishing so we could each find our own way, apart from him and the company. I doubt we'll see him again, much as I wish we could. To the matter at hand, the missions you will undertake. First, you are to aid us tracking down the blasphemy that roams the sea. Second, you must prevent the crushing tide from summoning Leviathan at all costs. Oh, is that all? And there I thought we might get our feet wet with a real challenge, eh? Snarkiness! Yes! But in all seriousness, we should take care to decide who attends to what. Sounds like a job for our acting commander. I'm sure she'll give it all due consideration. Fuck. Yes. Oh no. Oh no. Whiskey may be skeptical, but I, for one, have little doubt you'll provide a worthy commander for the company of heroes. I know you're probably not privy to everything that happened, you know, when I was at the Thule or whatever, but everybody fucking died. Hi, Sabby, how are you? Thank you for being here. Bishbosh, Brave Fox happily give hand lending to Uplander. The others may gripe and groan, but not me. I'll be the first to admit I missed the action. Please think twice before signing me to the same group as Landau. I don't know what's worse, his tendency to wave his lance in people's faces, or all the shouting and blustering he engages in while doing so. Have we finished the logistical nonsense? I'm eager for the taste of old violence. You know the flavor. Yes. So if I understand this correctly, we're to bring down the so-called blasphemy. Of course, to do that, we'll need to find the damn thing first. Night, Wolfie Wolf! I hope you sleep well, and I hope your workday goes well. And remember to bring pain medications in case, you know, they have you carry a bunch of stuff. And I'm not mommying you. Mommy, 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 mommy. We've got to prevent the crushing tide from summoning their god, Leviathan. A tall order in and of itself. As acting commander, it's your job to decide who will be doing what, based on the skills we each have to offer. I'd recommend that you start by having a chat with each of us, that you might develop a sense of skills and weaknesses, mostly strengths, of course, of the storied veterans under your command. Oh no, we're parading them. Especially, you ask? Why, impaling fiends with this lance of mine. I mean, I do the same with my lance, of course. The stronger the foe, the better. None are a match for me. Would be folly to waste my talents on dealing with those slippery fishmen. Send me against the so-called blasphemy, and I'll have the thing on a skewer before you say, but I can't even say her name. The Goddess Admiral. Admiral. Pursuing and slaying blasphemy. Wise choice. Send Undel after the Sangan, and he's likely to help them summon Leviathan than to sate his bloodlust. I would speak plain. I'm not some battle-crazed barbarian like Landel. As a new one of the U-Tribe, a tribe of peerless hunters, I conduct my affairs with discipline and prudence. In other words, he has a harem. As such, I know better than any to rush headlong into battle is rarely the best course of action. Far wiser it is to observe from afar and proceed with caution. Prevent the primal summoning. Very astute. If I do say so myself, there are few better suited to the task of averting needless bloodshed than the famously circumspect Una. Well, from what I remember of what the ladies speak of him, I would trust him for that. That's the other reason. Even if he has a harem, he's required to actually earn their respect. So, as you all know, my vision is so much lacking these days. I can still defend myself when necessary, but I'd rather not come to that. My condition also leaves me rather unsuited to scavenging and searching. It wasn't always the case, but such is life. On the other hand, I'd like to think I've gotten quite good at sounding out the intentions of others during negotiations and the like. Preventing the primal sun. You have a keen sense for these things, I see. I mean, it's kind of one of those things of neon lights on which one I should choose. More than reconnaissance or battle, Shamani has a knack for working behind the scenes to see the company's goals achieved. You're not allowed to talk to the Sen, though, because I'm not sure if they're talking together, whether they'd, piss off each other or get along with each other. I can't decide. Because of a miscommunication between tribes. Right, Fox? Master Remaker Illuminati Treasures offers much lended hand to ingenuity. Yeah, I probably would need that against the blasphemy. Far-seeing Skyglass sees far into ocean deep. Firecrackers go boom and blast species to little bits. Pursuing and slaying the blasphemy. A logical choice, if I do say so myself. Bright Fox mastery of tools and armaments should avail you into tracking and felling that beast. I also remember Bright Fox during the Alexander quest, which safe to say I do not think they can diplomacy well. But seem everyone has their assignments. And I dare say the choices you've made are nigh impeccable. If I don't know better, I think you'd been leading us for years. I'm adorable! In the game. With that, time we got to work. I procured pearl links. I mean, in-game. I am adorable. For one and all. And we keep up with each other apprised of our progress. You may pick them up from Maelstrom Command. By the way, like my Dragoon outfit, we'd best be off then. Should we have need to regroup or reconsider our strategy, call for us. I should show you my monk outfit. I will return to command and share these developments here with the Secretant and our Sangan friends. Do join me if you can, Commander Ishnai. Please, no! Don't give me this position of power. I might abuse it or something. I don't know. I don't trust myself with this power. Why are you trusting me with this power? Alright, let's see. My monk. This is my current monk outfit. You know, the punchy punch. Yes, I have the fox ears. You know, it might be better if I go into the inn to show you. I know I have other ears, but if I do it just right, you can't see my other ears. You just see the fox ears. And I can be cute and fluffy that way. There we go. See? Yeah, it took a bit to try and find the right kind of setup since it's punchy. Some of them, like, this is still my Astrologian one that's I like, but I have been thinking about looking for a new one for her. At least, I like the pants and maybe find a top that's different, because I don't like to be an entire same outfit. Of course, this is my red mage. I changed out the hat, so it's a cooler looking hat. Very astral girl. Yep. The hat is bigger. That's the change in the hat. And of course, this is the dragoon. This is my Dark Knight. With the sword. Yeah. This is my, white mage. Yeah, the weapon really adds to it, I think. Scholar is, I don't know what I'm doing with Scholar right now. That's all I can say about my Scholar. Of course, my Sage has the step on me teacher look. Some of these are current things that I don't have much to work with right now that I like. This is the Bard. But it is level 57, so I need to... This is the Warrior. Because it is, and there's a different kind of outfit that I have planned once I get my warrior up to a certain level. This is my black mage. Fox mask. I mean, I am a black mage. Things get burnt around me. This is currently my Machinist. I'm not sure. It also is my Reaper outfit, because I have to share ones. Masochist, yes. And Sadist. The same thing, because the Reaper shares the outfit with it. This is my Paladin. It's kind of... It's also for the Gunblade currently, but that's because I'm sharing outfits to some degree for that too. I don't know what I'm doing with my Summoner either, because it's a class I do not play, and the only reason why it gets leveled up is because my Scholar gets leveled up with it. They're like... Yeah. Like I said, I don't know what I do with my... It's here. I don't play it unless I have to. I still have to do the quest line, because I'm level 70, and I haven't, a 75, and I haven't done any more quests up to level 70, that's when you have to stop doing class quests. But the running joke is I keep putting it off because I don't like Summoner. Alright. This is my ninja for right now. Like, yeah. But I also want the ears, but the reason why I have it like this right now is, I don't completely want to be an Asian ninja kind of looking thing. I know ninjas are Asian. Of course, the gunbreaker. This is... I changed out my dancer to look with this. Of course, I figured as much. The samurai is currently this with a different combo, which is different. But the outfit I want, samurai is not of level to have. And of course, the reaper's that. And this, you actually might like too. This is the viper. For the red mage boots. Gotcha. Anyways, back to the Dragoon. I'll stop showing off so that we can, you know, I can stop ADHDing. Did I remember to take my ADHD medicine? I don't remember. I appreciate the vote of confidence on what I picked out. I still have, since they're of lower level, there are still some outfits that I really want to do, but can't because I need the characters to be of a higher level, so. Like, 90% of the samurai stuff, I need to have a higher level for them that I like. And appreciate! I try really hard! I spend an hour or so sometimes, maybe. I just don't want to, you know, there's usually one outfit that, like, is a full outfit for, which is what my Astrologian's currently wearing, is the full Astrologian level 90 outfit. But I like to mix it. I like having a mixture rather than just one single set. Admiral has tasked me with overseeing communications between you and the company of heroes. First, you'll be needing, Pearl Link. Ready to speak to the... Alright. I've just finished briefing the Secretant. She has something you should find useful. A Pearl Link that suddenly somehow now exists for me to have when it never seemed to exist before, which caused me to run back and forth across Eorzea how many fucking times? Ah, Ishnai! The Admiral has apprised me of the situation in full. Furnished Ishnai with the Pearl Link, yes? He needs more black. Been a bit and a half. Alright, Sabby, I hope your work goes well. It would seem the company is trying to reach us. Already? Oh, there, Commander. Just give the word and I'll come running. Lower your goddamn voice, will you? Watch your tongue or I'll track you down and rip yours out. Children! Children! They sound more like mortal enemies than old companions. That's where Ishnai comes in. I am trusting you will whip them back into shape. Make them a force to be reckoned with. I mean... Sure! Sure. Even my character shrugs at that. I will have the Secretary contact you if any developments. I would convey them to the entire company by Pearl Link, but we can afford anyone to be taking reckless action. In the meantime, I'll reach out to Noel and see what he has gleaned about the crushing tide in their hideout. Let us hope for good tidings, Commander. Stop calling me Commander. Secretan has urgent news for you. Great news, Ishnai! We just received word that Candlekeep Key is under attack. It would seem that the crushing tide has struck again. The Admiral asks that you deploy the company of heroes at once. Our man here will act as your signaler. The company of heroes is awaiting your order. A mother's suffering. Am I correct in guessing that it's the queen that is the one? Candlekeep K? Both Lanel and Una should be close by. What are your instructions? Lanel is a hot-headed warrior who lives for the thrill of the battle, while Una is calm and calculated hunter. Both can serve you well, but better assign them to the tasks suited to their skills. Drive the crushing tide away. Consider it done, Commander. Nuna. See the residents of Candlekeep safely. Understood. The rest of us will head there at once. I'll tell the Admiral you and the company of heroes are on your way. Godspeed. Well, I murdered all the gods here, so I guess. Only god left is me! And I'll speed up whether I want, when I want to. Good to know my colleagues haven't grown rusty in the years since we disbanded. Pshosh, Ray Flock's treasures go boom. Blast fish him into bitty bits. Is that all? I was just getting warmed up. You kept us waiting long enough, Commander. Not that I'm complaining. More fishmen for me to skewer. Worry not. The tide has already ebbed, if you're following my meaning. Perhaps you are curious of how your men carried out your orders. You'll be pleased to hear that Lennon now attacked with his characteristic aplomb, dancing among the foes with such speed and ferocity. It was dizzying to watch. And New made full use of his talents in leading the rescue effort. Not a single man, woman, or child suffered so much as a scratch. I had my doubts at first, but you've passed your first trial as acting captain with flying colors. The battle is over, I see. Good to see the company of heroes can still live up to its name. I demand answers. Why did you target Candlekeep Quinn, Bay, Faye? Shh, I spit on your questions, filthy shorewalker. I was hoping we might do this an easier way, but if you insist. Psh, you would torture us? You shorewalkers are all the same. Savage brutes, a lot of you. Torture? Please, we're not so uncivilized as that, my slippery friend. Psh, Ray Fox's shiny treasure will have the fishermen trading tongue flax in no time. Allow me to explain. Xiaomi and Lomani and Bray Fox are well practiced in the art of interrogation. Xiaomi has a sharp mind, as I'm sure you've noticed, and an knack for getting information out of uncooperative types with the minimal fuss. Bray Fox, on the other hand, her methods can be unconventional, to say the least, but it's hard to argue with results. Well, Commander, the choice is yours. I can't believe, Bray Fox, I choose you as an answer, and no, I'm not going to Pokemon them out. Shimani. No, Mani. But of course, Commander. Watch as I get him talking with so much as lifting a finger. They tell me your kind are particularly fond of La Nocian oranges. Might I interest you in a glass of delightful orange wine brewed from our latest harvest? Get them drunk. Okay. This. Another glass, Shorewalker. I demand it in return for the crimes you have committed against my spawn brothers! Mere glass, my friend? Why, I'd be more than happy to offer you a full bottle, nay, an entire cask, if you provide us with the answers we seek. We have a deal, Shorewalker. For a cask of that blissful beverage, I'll tell you all my secrets. Again, I ask, why did you target Candlekeep K? The Dao himself gave the order, said we must establish a foothold in preparation for our assault on the city. He means to attack RPG 6 capital of Final Fantasy XIV, but with your numbers, that would be folly. Speaker Dao commands powers beyond comprehension of your shorewalkers. We have dealt with the Leviathan before. Multiple times. You misunderstand. Speaker Dao says it's a greater power still, the very first being blessed by our Lord. The blasphemy. Tell me where Dao is. Psst. An island far to the south and east, where he performs the rite that will summon forth the Divine One and deliver my brothers and I to glory. Thank you for your cooperation. I suspect Dao is hiding out somewhere in the Cylian Delays, a desert island, most likely. I don't know much about these so-called blasphemies, but can they truly be tamed so easily? We have no evidence that they can, but we must operate under the assumption that Dao has found a way. Already a ship. We set sail for this. Prepare yourselves and meet me at the dock as soon as you're ready. I have Shamani and Brayfox continue their interrogation in the meantime. Our friends here might still be hiding something from us. All talks. Keep a watchful eye on this place. Don't worry, Brayfox and I have the situation under control. Where were we? Oh. Teleporting back to the main city! Where are you? Oh, he's a paladin. I just realized. This is the enemy stronghold. Never forget that they have the advantage. I don't know what a blasphemy from the hole in the ground. All I know is I'm ready to kill the bloody thing. Let's see how the blasphemy likes my axe between its eyes. Cool. Is everyone here? Good. We'll make for the islands in search of Dao's hideout. Our friend Noel will be waiting for us there. The blasphemy too may be present. Be vigilant and keep your weapons at ready. Well, Commander, do you have any words for your men on the eve of battle? The duty of the strong, I'm just following, is to protect the weak. Say, I'm just following their motto. All for one and one for all. We meet again, Dao. On higher ground. Where's the blasphemy? Tell us now so we may end this madness. I don't know why I'm deciding to change my voice for this. Damn that ass. Is that the spawn mother? In her despair. Is that a Dark Souls boss? I feel like that's a Dark Souls boss. Speak of the bloody devil. Shh, there it is! The dread beast I saw beneath the waves. The source of our woes. The echo of old times. How do I still have the echo of Heidelin is dead? Defend the commander! I bring grave tidings, my queen. The wretched shorewalkers poison the minds of my spawn brothers with false words and foul magics. Our poor, beguiled brethren renounce Lord Leviathan in his name of a false god. They treat with RPG sex capital Final Fantasy XIV, and as some even call for alliance. We must summon him, that the lost might receive his blessing anew. This I will gladly do, had our stocks of crystals not run dry. Spawning time is nearly upon us, yet you fight and bicker amongst yourself. How am I to birth a new brood when my children groans stand divided? Who dare enters the sacred chamber? Forgive my intrusion, Queen Mother. I speak for the Sengen who seek accord with the shore walkers. The new age is upon us, forward-thinking, Sengen. We need not turn to false gods, nor foment bitterness and bloodshed in all our precious spawning grounds. The shore workers have changed. They have endeavored to understand us, to share these lands with us, that they may have peace in our spawning grounds. Could this be true? Lies! Lies! Don't be deceived by one's delusions, my queen. He is a heathen who has strayed from the Lord Leviathan's light. The shorewalkers are oathbreakers, now and forevermore. As they extend one hand of friendship, they clutch a dagger in the other. We are beasts in their eyes, deserving of naught but slaughter. Oh, for a blessed moment, I felt the faintest touch of hope. But you are right, Tao. They are demons, and we are damned. Oh, for woe! My poor children have lost their faith, their minds poisoned by lies. They turn away from the Lord of the world, and cast their lot with the enemy. 'Tis so, my queen, 'tis so. We have no choice but to abandon our sacred spawning grounds and sink to the ocean's floor to rot and decay. Oh, my dearest of my children, you tell then we have no future. How could I bring new life into this world, knowing that my brood will have their hearts stolen and abandon me? How could I bear such... I cannot! Psh, what is happening? Please, my queen, you must calm yourself. Ah! Psh, ah! Ah! Got eaten. Such power, such beauty! A blessing from Lord Leviathan himself! I mean, if there's no more queen, does that mean they're still gonna die out? Or is a new one gonna be birthed? So this is a blasphemy, eh? I can see what all the fuss is about. Have your wits about you? Good. If you can fight, now is the time. Strike now, my queen! Send the shorewalkers and their honorless leader to her death. Electric. Ooh, what's happening? I can't feel my legs. What, my mother? Are we not your children too? No. Mother is very, very angry with you. Damn it, we cannot weather another blow like the last. I still don't know what the heaven cells just happened, but I'll be damned if I'm going down without a fight. I think that was the original commander. You mean the real commander. Steady, the beast is feeding on our aether. Will not survive a head-on fight. Lendino. Uno. Remember the company's stratagem when faced with overwhelming odds. Retreat? Retreat! Retreat! Let's get ourselves the bloody hell out of here! You hot. No path to victory can be found. Flee and fight another day. It might not be the kind of approach to make bards sing your praises, but it's kept us alive, and that's enough. Face to face with that damn beast, I could barely lift my spear. Next time, mark my word, that bastard fish is gonna pay. So that was the blasphemy. Intriguing creature. For the first time in many summers, we find ourselves a worthy foe. Were the other beasts we faced also once my spawn brothers? I cannot bear the thought. Damn it all, we'd better have luck holding back the tide. How goes it, friends? Is it what I would normally ask, but judging from the muttering curses, I gather it did not go all that well. We barely escaped with our lives. To think the damn beast had the power to stop us in our tracks. Literally. Maybe if you weren't standing in the water. Well, we do know... What do we know of the creature's origin? Was it once a Sengen as you suspected? Maybe the echo afforded Ishnai some insight. Hardy har har. Plot convenience. Stalwell's villainy knows no bounds, sowing the seeds of despair in our Queen Mother's heart, that she might transform into that monstrosity. If she was the first to turn, then there was nothing deliberate about it. Still, it's clear his words served as a catalyst. If we kill the blasphemy, it'll be tantamount to killing the Sengen's queen. It's not going to endear us to them one bit. Psh, I cannot turn my spear against the mother who birthed me, let alone take her life. Out of curiosity, did anyone see who fired that shot? Were it not for them, we'd all be dead. I know not. But we must formulate a plan quickly. My scouts tell me that the blasphemy has left the island and now roams the open sea. Order them to continue the search. In the meantime, you must find a means to overcome the beast's formidable offense. Leave that to us. Time and time again, we've used our wits and experience to triumph over the longest odds. To defeat the enemy, you first must know your enemy. Tell me, Commander, what do you reckon is the most valuable knowledge we gleaned from our initial encounter? The blasphemy has the power to absorb aether. I concur. Now that we know how the beast disables its foe, we can use this knowledge to devise a proper defense against it. But that's not all we have learned. While the blasphemy can maneuver through the water, it also frequents caves and the like. Our best chance of defeating it would be in such a place. Our only chance, I dare say. Bring the mountain upon her? I will send scouts to identify any and all large caverns and coastal areas that could serve as shelter for a massive creature. To ensure the safety of our people, and have any hope for peace within Sengen. This is a battle we must win. All your strength and wisdom will be needed in the days to come. Dismissed! You mean in the few seconds to come? Sure. Come, let us share our findings with the Maelstrom. Oh, they haven't been listening through the Pearl Links? Now that we have seen what the blasphemy is capable of ourselves, is more plain to me that ever it must be slain. Reaching out to all trade ships entering and departing Limsa, inform them that any sightings of the blasphemy are to be reported to the Maelstrom Command at once. Understood, but given the beast's ability, how do you intend to overcome it? I trust that the Company of Heroes and Ishnai, experienced Spiral Slayers all, will find a way. I mean, everybody else will find a way. I'll just be here. And yet I would not leave no resource untapped. There is one more whose expertise I would call upon, if he would agree. Even Wizgan is at loss of his former commander's whereabouts, but perhaps Inazar could offer some guidance. No doubt you're still fatigued from battle for the blasphemy. Pray rest while you're able. Sure, I'll have 5 seconds of rest. When we are ready for further action, you'll hear from me. Till then, take care. Oh, would you look at that? Sacred Ten's resigned expression speaks volumes. Ishnai, I wish I had better news for you, but the blasphemy continues to elude us. Except now. Can you hear me, Commander? This is Wisek. I have an idea how we might take down the blasphemy. Meet me at Costa del Sol as soon as you're able. Well, that sounds promising. I'll tell Admiral you'll be away for a bit. Godspeed and stay safe out there. Out of the shadows. Ba-ba-ba. Apologies for having you come all this way, Ishnai. Ever since our encounter with the blasphemy, I've been racking my brain to find a way of dealing with this debilitating attack. Sadly, I've come up empty-handed, and my companions fare no better. I mean, why don't I ask some of the Scions? That's when I started thinking, if only our finest was still with us. He always had a knack for noticing what the rest of us missed. His eyes were so sharp, he could spot a foe's weakness with a single glance. Thanks to him, we were able to slay both Leviathan and Titan, and live to tell the tale. The rub is, well, he's a bit eccentric. And yes, I know you could say that about all company members, I was about to say. But unlike us, he prefers to work in the shadows. Truth be told, I've not seen him since the day we disbanded. I doubt he'd help his old comrades even if we asked, but an order from the company's acting commander would be a different story. In our heyday, we had a way of reaching him. Whistle at the forked road, and sooner or later he'd show himself. Didn't matter when, winter or summer, in broad day sunlight or dead of night. He was always watching from afar. With any luck, he is still now. Creepy! But I've rambled on enough. Go now. Maybe our best and only a hope. Oh, I am not your only hope? Thank God. I mean, thank me. You didn't tell me which forked road here, but I guess we're picking this one. Alright, I'm about to make a deal with the devil. Crossroads. Here I was enjoying my retirement. Why'd you have to go and bloody whistle? That music. Also hot. Call me Lawrence. I'm the company's resident sharpshooter. At least I was in my day. No need to tell me who you are. I've been watching you for quite some time. Nothing creepy about that statement. Don't get the wrong idea. I'm just curious about how my former mates were faring. Not as curious as folks were about me, though. First was Zach, then old Mistbeard himself. Ha! As if those codgers could ever catch me. And now Eorzea's storied hero summons me forth. No need to say why. You're going to ask me to help take down the blasphemy. I should probably do an accent with you. Have you forgotten the duty of the strong? Heh, never could refuse when someone's trotted out the old hackneyed words. So tell me, acting commander, what specific duty would you task me with? I trust you do have a plan. So you need me to neutralize the beast's most potent attack. I can tell you like to get up close and personal with your foes, so it'll be needing a support from a distance. Who do you suppose might be best suited for that role? You, of course. Damn right! My eyes are among the keenness of the realm, as doubtless you heard from Wisak. In pure marksmanship, none in Limsa are the, Admiral's equal. Yet, Admiral was ill-suited for a supporting role. Not for lack of skill, of course, but rather, come to think of it, there's something you should know. Follow me. Oh. Oh, no. Dirt on the Admiral? Dirt on the Admiral? Pretty view with a pretty dude. No, that's where the summer things happen. Quite the view, didn't you say? I often come here to admire the sea. If you would indulge me for a moment, I'll spin ye a yarn. Just try not to doze off. No promises! Back in the Piracy's golden age, the League of Lost Bastards ruled no. I was one of them, as well as Admirable. We led by none other than our old man's most feared captain of the high seas. Feared by his enemies, that is. Stern and unforgiving though he was, he took me under his wing and showed me the ropes. Aye, he was like a father to me, to us all, till that fateful day. Twas in the year 1562, the sixth astral era. Limsan merchants were struggling with constant raids by the Sangan. Around this time, Buzz had yielded the day-to-day leadership of the Bastards to Meribim, his pride and joy. She was still growing in the ropes, and everyone knew the old captain was still calling the shots. Old Breakfast had a noble streak he did, ordered us to defend the traders from the fishbacks. Meribim led the effort, and we fought day after day to keep the seas safe. The fighting was fierce, but we always came out on one piece, until we didn't. Until after a skirmish, a Sangan survivor with his last breath summoned the fourth, the Lord of the World. The great beast toppled our masses and cracked the keel like an egg. We clambered aboard the merchant's man as our own ship sank. Not to do but wait for the end. But then comes Rayofus and his bloody flotilla out of nowhere to put us out of the fire. And he did. The League of Lost Bastards were never the same again. For even though we escaped their lives, we soon discovered that Captain Rayofus, our iron-willed, unwavering leader, had fallen under Leviathan's thrall. course, in those days, we didn't know much about the drowning or the tempering. Didn't know what to make of our captain as he grew more haggard by the day. His words devolving into crazed rambling. Then one day he vanished, taking off with half our men. Not long after that, a band of pirates calling themselves the Serpent Reavers began taking prizes in the Indigo Deep, along with the Sangan. At the helm was none other than Captain Breves, who had cast his lot with the fishbox. Merwin knew what had to be done, and to her credit, she didn't shirk from the deed. She acted quickly, sneaking off during the cover of the night with a skeleton crew without so much as telling me. Of course, that didn't stop me from stowing myself away in a cargo hold and joining her on the voyage. She was none too happy to see me at first, wanting to leave me out of it, she said. But seeing as I made myself known when she was struggling to fend off a horde of reapers and fishbacks, it wasn't hard to win her over. Her twin muskets failing one after the other, as my sharpshooting kept her safe from afar, we could have passed to the center of the isle. It was there we found breakfast, or rather, the miserable wench he'd been reduced to. All bones, with skin shriveled and tangled mat of white hair, eyes bulging from his head like a fish, as he prayed to the Lord of the world. Merwin challenged him to a duel, and a dim memory must have flickered in his drowned mind, for he accepted. And so, with only me to witness it, Merwin ended her father's life. The League of Lost Bastards would have lived up to its name if it weren't for Merwin. She assumed full control and restored us to our former glory. Not long after, she triumphed in the Trident and was named Chief Admiral of RPG 6 Capital of Final Fantasy XIV. I often think back on that day, seeing her charge in the battle, muskets blazing. Might seem reckless to some, but that's how Captain Brevis taught her, and she knows no other way. That's why I've made my job to support her from the shadows, and that's a role which I'll happily serve again. I owe that much to the old man. My only doubt is whether you, my friend, are worthy of commanding me. But watching you from afar has answered that question. I tell Welsuck and the rest of his no-good companions that Lawrence stands with them. I don't know what songs I want to listen to, so I've been jumping through them. Okay, sorry. Did Lawrence show himself? Ha! Now there's a surprise. I had some hope your words might reach him, but never did I imagine he'd agree so readily. Just one thing, Ishnai. I appreciate it if you didn't mention Lawrence's involvement to the company. Lanelle, in particular. They'll find out soon enough regardless. Please, Lanelle, do not murder. At any rate, this gives us new hope to our battle against the blasphemy. All that remains is to set the snare and lure the beast into our clutches. Our scouts are on the lookout for the creatures as we speak. The latest reports are to believe we're drawing even closer. And with that, I best get back to it. Can I trust you to report these developments to the Maelstrom? Then until we meet again, Commander. So basically not say anything about... Oh, okay. Say that we found a way to fix this, but we're not going to mention Lawrence. Cool. The search for the blasphemy continues, though I understand you've been carrying out an entirely different investigation. A marksman by the names of Lawrence, eh? The Admiral will be pleased. Of course, we won't have much call for his skills until the blasphemy is found. Rest well and prepare yourself as necessary in the meantime. You mean in the next 5 seconds. Lawrence. Why does that ring a bell? No clue. Secretan appears visibly dismayed. To calmer seas. Despite our best efforts, the blasphemy continues to elude us. For the time being, we... Oh, look! Call! Sorry to interrupt, but I have an incoming communication with Wilstack. Commander, we've ensnared ourselves a blasphemy. We've wirelessed our companion rule the thing. Yay! Knowing that the creature was once the Sanguine Queen, he kept a close eye on the spawning grounds. Sure enough, he spied a massive black shadow moving beneath the waters not long ago. Yeah, Rio was the part of the Scions and Crystal Braves. So we pretend the Crystal Braves don't exist. Or never existed. After receiving word, Shami Lomani directed the Maelstrom warships to the vicinity to herd the beast with cannon fires to the Shasta Seagot. Isolated as the Seagot is, we can engage our foe without hurting the small folk at any risk. Any word from your men, Commander? I'm just gonna keep repeating this because I think I know what I'm doing. And that I don't. The duty of the strong is to protect the weak. You don't have to tell me twice. I've been aching for a rematch. Brushed in blindly and it'll go as poorly as it did for the first time. Ha! Knowing you, I'm sure you'll show up just in time to see me deal with the killing blow. Now, can we not save our vitriol for the quarry, which I've lured to the perfect spot that is now waiting patiently for all of you to put it out of its misery. Psh, Brave Fox Golby bombs blast over big blasphemy to bitty pieces. A muddlier crew you'd never find, but will serve you well when the battle is joined. Believe me, you. This is Maribum. I already worship at once. Assemble outside the wretch once you've seen all your preparations. Till the time has come, I shall pray for your victory. Ishnai, the others should be along soon. Let's go. The blasphemy is still contained within this Seagot. Tasha Seagot! They will be meeting its end, Navigator willing. Well, Navigator's dead. Would that my brothers and I could join you in the fight, and yet, blasphemous though it may be, that beast was once our mother. I understand, Noel. Forgive us for what we must do. Were that a means to reverse the transformation, we would do it all in our power to bring your mother back. Sadly, there's nothing left of her to save. For the future of Sanguine and RPG 6 capital of Final Fantasy XIV alike, the blasphemy must be laid to rest. When the deed is done, I will bring your brothers, even the crushing tide, aboard the great ship we call the Vilbran. I do not want to slay your mother, but this thing she has become, a mindless beast, would enslave and kill her own, as an affront to the memory of who she was. It is not her. It is not. Remember this. Always, you must. Will not ask you to shoulder the burden of the matricide. When the time comes to strike the final blow, I will do the deed. Or I will! Psh, Admiral, all you say is true, and yet... Commander, I've sighted a group of fishbacks, crushing tide, most like, heading straight for the Seagot. You better make your way there and fast. Time to move out, then. Any words for your men before we set sail? I'm just gonna be on repeat for this. Don't go dying on me out there. Our commander's sounding more and more like the old one. But enough talk. Time to show the realm that the company of heroes hasn't lost a step. Aye. We'll stand a better chance of slipping past the crushing tide if we split up. Ishnai and I will go together while the rest of you take a different route. Split up, gang! Let us brook no further delays. That place. Shh, mother! My queen! I beg of you! Pray show your loyal son mercy. Ah, this place looks familiar for Let's. Oh, there is blood! She stepped on him. Mother stepped on him. It's Tao, or what's left of him. Oh, the blood disappeared. Shh, Speaker Tao! Why would our queen do such a thing? It is as the shorewalkers say. What we thought was a blessing is in truth a terrible curse. Shh, the horror. We must away at once. And leave the shorewalkers to face our queen mother alone? No, I will not. I will stand with them. You mustn't sully your hands with the blood of your mother. Go and be with your kin. Go. Psh, forgive me. I was beginning to think you wandered off a cliff, Lawrence. Unless you say it like that, I prefer to think of myself as fashionably late. Hot! But enough talk, it comes. I don't know what that accent would do. I prefer if it didn't. I don't like war. Here it comes. We're counting on you, Lawrence. I know we can just escape some AIs. Just one shot here. And here. Show off. Aye. There we go. Rar, 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 rar. See? How easy was that? I reckon you could do it too, acting commander. I mean, could I? Oh, come on! I think I've seen enough balls. For right now. Maybe later more. It would be like, but not right now. Why can't... I feel offended. Why can't my, Why can't my Machina kill other people? I feel offended the fact that he can and I can't. Damn that... Did she just teleport? The fucker teleported! I mean, do I get to make your mama so fat jokes? Please, please.
You're in my sights.
Kinky. Um. Mama's so fat! Ciarfox feels ouchy. We stand with you! Oh. Fun. Do as we do for the future of Indigo Deep. Damn. No, the crushing tide! Let us stand as one!
The winds favor us!
Oh, we have a Balisca!
I will not yield.
Twitch, twitch, twitch. I will not ask for your forgiveness, but this I promise you. You'll be remembered for the mother you were. Psh, Admiral, I have no words. Our Queen Mother returns to the depths in eternal slumber. With your strength, you could have crushed us easily. Why did you spare our lives? The beasts and blasphemies are born from despair of our hearts, but no more. I would break the cycle. Though Dao may have been blind to it, I believe a future where Sengen and Limzian live in harmony. Even after losing who she was, your queen made for your spawning grounds, and it is there she drew her last breath. When your next queen is crowned, know that she will have a safe place to raise her young. Once you've selected a suitable location, RPG Sex Capital Final Fantasy XIV will recognize and honor your claim. A promise for which we are very grateful, Admiral, but what are the other peoples of Vilbrand? The Kobolds are open to the idea. The details will need to be negotiated, but I am confident we can reach an agreement. Sengen, Kobolds, and Limzian alike yearn to abide in peace. We will make it so. I've never fought alongside walkers before, but I must admit it felt good. We have fought our neighbors for generations. It has won us only suffering and tragedy. I beg you, lay down your spears. Psh. It will take time and effort to bridge the gulf between our people, but bridge it we shall. Could you make your sneaking any louder? I dare say we have a lot of talking to do as well, don't we, Commander Lawrence? Oh, Lennon, no. If you just allow me to explain. Let us be off before they drag us into this mess. Maybe we should be a bit more grateful since he came to help us? Why did we ever believe the monstrosity was a blessing? What fools we were. Forgive us for what we have done, Queen Mother. At last, it's over. We can take pride in the respite we've won, but we must never forget those who could not be here to enjoy it with us to enjoy it. Psh, fighting with the gobby friends give Brave Fox good feels. Wondering where I was during the battle? Well, I wasn't slacking off, if that's what you're implying. My duty was to protect the ship to ensure our safe return, truly. It's fine, sweetie. I dare say that blasphemy was the most formidable foe our company has ever faced. I must further hone my skills, lest the next enemy prove too tough for us to handle. Who invited this bloody bastard, anyway? Me? Ho there! Good to see our acting commander, hale and hearty. Perfect timing, acting commander. You must save me from this bloodthirsty bastard. Well, Lawrence, let's hear your excuse, and it better be a good one. Why in the seven hells were you skulking around in the shadows while we did all the dirty work? Ha! Like you'd not be any happier if I showed myself sooner. I can hear you whinging now. What do you didn't think we could handle this on our own? Aye, I'd be bloody furious regardless. Don't think I've forgotten what happened, or rather what didn't happen on the day of our duel. Even though the future of the company hung in the balance, I waited and waited and waited some goddamn more until you never turned up. But I've got you now, and I will have my satisfaction. Given Lawrence pretty chance for late arrivals, I couldn't help but worry too. To say he cut it fine would be an understatement. And not by choice as usual. My scouts observed him roaming near Costa de la Sol not long ago. It would seem our commander's woeful sense of direction is not improved in the least. I'm honest surprised you never realized, Lenonel, that was to blame for his extreme tardiness. That the commander did indeed arrive at the agreed-upon location of your duel after the sun had risen and set half a dozen times. Navigator, take me. Shami, you promised you'd stay between the two of us. Ah, Brave Fox, you have a kind word or two for your old commander, don't you? Psh, bosh. Commander Lawrence, commander no more. New commander, friend to gobbies everywhere. Does many sweat works for gobby kind. Heh. And there I thought you were too much of a coward to face me in battle. Come now, Lennon, you know me better than... You're going to attack now? You're going to attack him now? Yep. Then it's settled. We'll fight here now. On your guard. Put that thing down, I see. You could hurt someone without... That's the point. Disappointment. Hard to believe he was once the glue that held this merry band together. That's right, if you hadn't realized the obvious, Lawrence is our former captain. Forgive me for not stating it plainly sooner. I didn't want you to think we doubted your leadership. He's got his quirks, but as you saw, he's a force of nature on the battlefield. Anyhow, I think we could all say your stint as acting commander has been a rousing success. Now I reckon it's about time you gave your final order. Psh posh, company of heroes, break once more. Brave Fox never liked parting with the gobby friends. Here, here. I may have my complaints, but when we're together, good fight's never far away. Ye hardly needed to be your commander to get you that. And should Limsa again be in peril, there's nothing stopping us from rising to the occasion. Till then, y'all strong enough in your own right. Why serve the weak in your own ways? Why not serve the weak in your own ways? I don't know, you work with the rich person in Costa, so I'm not sure that's serving the weak. It's time you do what I once did and give you your final orders and send them on their way. I thought I already did. Okay. Anything? At last it's over. We take pride, respect. Yeah, same thing. You've had quite the turn of duty, but all things, good things must come to an end. Any parting words before you go our separate ways? Let the company of heroes be disbanded. Finally I can enjoy some semblance of peace again. At least as much as peace as one can enjoy waiting hand and foot on the Lord of Costa de la Sol. Maybe rough sailing at times, but I rather enjoyed serving under you, acting Commander Ishnai. Under me? Under me? I couldn't help it. I could, actually, but no. Well, if you got something to say, let's hear it. Return to the whalers and keep the murdering to a minimum. Aha! If I needed you to tell me, while I enjoy the diversion, I know as well as any that my true place is in Gordania leading a respectable life. You may not have been the perfect commander, but 12 is my witness. I hope to fight at your side again. Farewell. I wait your orders, Commander. Look after the brave Una. I have responsibilities. A tribe that wants for my guidance and protection. I can ill afford to tarry here much longer. Nevertheless, is with some regret I take my leave. For all their faults, of which they have many, they are my companions. I will miss them. Well, let's hear it, Commander. You owe me a bottle of your finest Barcus. Indeed, indeed. I mean to return to Rhineport as soon as I'm tied up a few final loose ends here. Speaking of wine, I've always preferred the older vintages. Left to sleep in the barrels for many a summer, they come out tasting better than ever. One might say the same about our own company. Bish bosh, Brave Fox wants busy work. Brave Fox awaits Uplander's lip flaps. No more cheese wars, please. Please, please! Pish Bosh, Brave Fox feels heavy-hearted, but accepts Uplander's bossy words. Brave Fox had good times and happy feels with gobby friends, but good times will come again, and when they do, new boomsticks will bring blasty doom with much fastness. On that note, I ought to be on my way. Slipping away again, are we? You are a creature of habit. I resented you for it at the time, you know. But I think I understand now. Better to shun fame and not serve an example for glory seekers too eager to fight and too quick to die. Kind of wish that, you know, people would respect me on that. Shun fame, this other stuff, but they keep adding stuff. You're overthinking it. I am a creature of whimsy. A man who lets the tailwind carry him where he was. But more importantly, this new age belongs to new blood. I had my day in the sun. If you succeed in brokering peace to the beastmen, there will be no need to worry about primals. And the company could go into permanent retirement. And then I could say I did right by the old man. If he hadn't been there for us both, I don't know if I could have pulled the trigger. Thank you, Lorenz, brother. Ah, I did nothing. It was you who shouldered the Captain Brofin's burden and that of the entire league. I'm sorry, Meribin. I know it hasn't been easy for you. But I dare say you've been working hard enough. Maybe us company folks aren't the only ones in need of retirement. Ah, I said too much. Lauren's holding his tongue? Gods, you have changed. But yes, my greatest test as Admiral still lies ahead as we steer the great ship Valbrant towards a new future. Heh, you truly are your father's daughter. I owe you my thanks too. Dare say you almost did as good a job keeping my men to task as I could have done. Called it a hunch, but something tells me our paths may cross again. But forgive me if I carry on like I've never seen you before. Not unlike my old friend Miss Beard, who I prefer to keep on my past in the past. Sorry, I might go pick up Miss Beard suddenly. He might be with me. And with that, I'm off. Take care of yourselves. Ourselves. Same thing. Blasphemy is no more, and we will never know lasting peace until the crushing tides agree to lay down their arms. It'll be a daunting task, but as we saw in Sesta, they're not beyond reason. I'll do all my power to see that your efforts and sacrifices of my brothers were not in vain. Forgive us. Even after being freed from the false god's thrall, we still clung to our hateful beliefs. It was easier to hearken to Speaker Dao's every word and turn a blind eye to the harsh truth. Easier and cowardly. I will return and speak with my brothers of the crushing tide. I will tell them of our queen's sacrifice and the vision of hope you have shared with us. I ask only that you give us time and trust us to make our own decision. You have my word. If you would not be averse, let us return to the spawning grounds together. Adventurer, I have no words to express my gratitude to you. I will repay you the only way I know how, by doing my part to usher in an age where the Shorewalker and Sangan stand as one. Just us now, it would seem. Ever since we achieved a measure of peace with the Kobolds, I prayed that this day would come. Though it is, of course, only a beginning, negotiations must be held, and words exchanged in earnest will invariably lead to a flared tempers and bruised egos. But such things are always accompanied by meaningful progress. The history of Valbrant is one of bloodshed, but we have the power to change our ways. After all, it is clear we are united more by our similarities than we are divided by our differences. I will share what I have seen of the Sangun with my fellow Limsians, and listen closely to their doubts and concerns. For it must be a harmony not fostered upon them from above, but one which they inspire of their own free will. No doubt Noel and his brothers will feel the same. Again, you have come to Limsin's aid, my aid, at the time we needed it most. Till you next meet, I hope to will not be as admiral and adventurer, but as friends. Mayhap trading war stories over ales of the witch. Always welcome to that. But for now I must return to my duties. Drafting reports and decrees is hardly the most exciting part of my role, but is a necessary one. If you happen to pass at Rouse at hand, pray share your exploits with our delegate there. Doubtless you'll be interested to hear your first-hand account. I wish I could spend time with her, you know, drinking. One day I will lay down these muskets of mine for good, but not yet, father, not yet. Bet she would make an awesome drinking buddy. Alright, we're going back to... I guess this is the melee, and then I need physical DP ranged. And... then tank. Ishnai, you returned. Pray tell us what news of my homeland. Extraordinary, and a chance at peace with the Sangan? These are heartening tidings indeed. Without a doubt, you have helped dispel a pall of despair that once hung over all Vilbrant. Our people now bask in a newfound hope, and must share the news with the others. Well, glad they will hear that the threat to RPG sex capital of Final Fantasy XIV is no more. Thank you again, my friend. Die job. More than loss. Alright.